Oh, here we go, baby. Wait a minute. Let me stand up real quick so y'all can see what's going on in here. Baby. What's up? Hey, Palace, we in here. Yeah, 6 on the bounce, baby.
Let's
You
go.
see it. You
Come on.
see it.
Come on.
Come on. Come on, you Palace. Hey, 2-0 win to Palace. What's up, everybody? Good evening, good afternoon to some. Shit, he made even good morning to others, man. I am your host, T, and this is my man, Patrick, and this is the live match reaction show, Back of the Nest. What's going on to everybody in the chat? Chat, what up? Luke, PP, close the door. Tristan, my man Seeks in here. Zan, what's going on? Tanta, Sugar Nick, what's going on, everybody? Alan, I see you, Alan. All right, rocking with us every week, man. What's going on, everybody, man? Happy that y'all can join us, man, for today. Wow, another beautiful performance from the squad, man.
Yep.
Patrick, just initially tell me how you feeling right now and what you saw just overall out there.
Great performance. It really was. I particularly loved the clean sheet. I thought the back four played really well. I was getting a little concerned at 0-0 at halftime. We're going to break them down, but credit to the team just pushing forward. I love the subs at the end by by Patrick Vieira. He wasn't bringing any substitutions that were going to be defensive, all out attack.
No,
Dominated the game.
sir.
I mean, just a great performance today. I'm very, very, and we're up at the top half of this of the table, man. I mean, there's nothing to complain about. We got a nice little break now, so this is fantastic, man. Could not be happier.
Hey, you know the best part about this, man. Before this game, we'll get to that. I'm not going to spoil it, but yes, like you said, top half of the table.
Top half of the table, yeah.
We're going into an international break, so we got some more time off. Wilf won't be going on break, so he'll be with the team. The thing that's great. Well,
right.
go ahead.
Eze, 90 minutes this morning, so he'll be playing.
See, that's what I didn't want to say because I wanted to talk about that.
Back.
We're gonna put that on ice.
Eze is back. Yeah, exactly.
But hey, you know the thing about it, man, is like, you know, I at times you don't look forward to international breaks,
of course,
because you miss your club team playing. But for me now, with
it's a good
our
time.
Club,
yeah. A good time.
The reason why I like them is because I know that we're going to be getting even more prepared.
Exactly, under this manager, 100%.
Because naturally, a lot of times when you think about breaks can be a gift and a curse,
right?
For teams, and that goes across all professional sports. Whether it be certain sports where you have all-star breaks, all that kind of stuff here in America, at least. But for us, we understand and we know now with what we have come to expect with Patrick Vieira and the way that things are run. When we have time and we're not playing, we are getting better.
Absolutely.
And it's coming into the third international break already before Christmas. This is crazy to think of. We've had 3
but
international breaks already.
The last one, which is good. So
yeah, but the fact that from every single time that we've gone into an international break, we've come back a level up. We've come back a level up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I mean, the first international break we were coming off of, we dealt with the loss to Chelsea. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You come back, you start playing a more attractive game, and then we just weren't finishing games.
Right, that was the Brentford was right after. Exactly.
Weren't finishing games. Then you go to the second international break, and now we're not only are we finishing games, we're holding teams to a point where they can't. They just can't. They can't compete as far as the count. Like we talking about back-to-back clean sheets. Shout out to Vicente and our defenders.
Solid today, definitely.
And we're talking about and let's not forget that we're talking about two squads that we just went up against that are in great form.
Yes, Wolves and Man City, absolutely.
You saw what Man City just did to Man United.
Yep.
Hi, Man United fans.
Hey, how are you?
Hey,
is that the will?
But like, so it's not like we just got 6 points on the bounce against
poor
Burnley
teams.
and Norwich.
That's
You know what I'm
coming,
saying?
but that is coming
It's
though.
coming.
It's
But we
coming.
just got,
That's
I mean,
coming.
but for a lot of people's expectations and what they were thinking about coming into these situations, we just got six on the bounce against two teams that we probably didn't expect it to at all.
T, I,
You
I
know,
gotta,
like
I gotta do it now because just to
go
jump in
ahead,
real quick. Sorry.
go ahead, go
Uh,
ahead.
we're in ninth place. Okay. Played Chelsea, lost 3-0. Played City, beat them 2-0. Played
Hmm.
Liverpool, lost 3-0. Played
Yep.
West Ham, drew 2-2.
Hmm.
Haven't played United yet. Can't
Yep.
wait for that December match or
Can't wait.
yeah. Uh, played Arsenal in sixth, drew 2-2. Played Brighton in seventh, drew 1-1. Played Wolves today in eighth, beat them 2-0. That's the top 10. And then 10th is obviously is Tottenham, beat them 3-0. We have played the top 10 except for United. And besides Chelsea and Liverpool, gotten points over all of them. Can't
And
complain.
if you think about it,
Cannot
those
complain.
those those games, those matches with Chelsea and Liverpool,
Right.
those were earlier on.
Very
You
early
know
in
what
the
I'm saying?
season, yeah.
We were still trying to find our rhythm. We're still, we were still trying to figure out, where are we going to get our finishes from? Where are we getting
Exactly.
those chances from? And
Right.
we're
How to defend
trying to
properly.
solidify, yeah, how to
How to
solidify at
press
the back,
properly. How
how
to
to press
press. Yep.
properly, how
Yep.
to possess the ball the way that we want
Play
to.
out the back. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So like, it's just one of those things like where you say, I think if we play either of those teams now, those games are going to look different. I'm not
Hey,
saying that we'll win them. I'm not
exactly.
saying that we'll
But
win them.
look at
But I'm
Burnley
saying
today. 1-1 against Chelsea. So you
I'm
never
saying
never
that
know. You're
I'm
right.
saying that those games or those contests are going to look different
Different. Exactly.
right now.
Yep.
So before we get into things, before we start talking about some different topics and getting into to some content and things, I'm gonna throw it over to my man Patrick to give us a message from our sponsor, Manscaped.
Here we go.
He done
So
turned it
support for the
on.
match today is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's waist grooming, champion of the world. That'd be Manscaped. Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels. They've just launched the 4.0. I have it here. Again, love the product, use it all the time. Get 20% off and free worldwide shipping by using the code BOTN. Again, that is the code BOTN for Back of the Nest. Imagine shaving with a sleek, well-designed, and optimized trimmer that makes shaving time your favorite time in the bathroom. Well, use the 4.0. I'm one of the first to get the 4.0. I know T's waiting for his. Again, Manscaped, get it done, man. Get my boy his 4.0, please. Got to talk to Mikey about that. Fourth generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade right here. With my camera right there. To reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. I'm definitely more confident shaving my boys. The Lawnmower 4.0 even allows you to customize your trim through additional lengths, which will go from 1 to 4. The new wireless charging system uses electromagnetic induction, which can help battery length last longer. So again, get 20% off and free shipping by using the code BOTN at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. Manscaped, thank you for the sponsor. We appreciate it.
And don't forget that Lawnmower 4.0 has a light on it, which is crazy. It has an actual light that you can
I'll show
use
you.
on there.
Right there, look. I'll show you. Wait. There's the light right there. Yeah, right there. Yep. It's got the lights.
Crazy.
Phenomenal product.
You're
Phenomenal.
not gonna miss nothing with that.
Yeah.
So man, I'm once again I'm hyped, similar to how we were this time last week. But I want to make sure I'm thinking about all the things that we want to talk about here today. But let's just start with the starting 11 that
Yes.
was fielded by Patrick to begin the game. Pete,
Interesting.
what you think about that?
Interesting. When I knew, I knew he would take IU out, but my thought was Michael Elise. And what does he do? Yeah, I know that fresh cut by T. I'm not
Hey,
gonna
wait a
lie.
minute.
It's
You
tight.
see
It's
it?
tight.
You
It's
see?
tight.
Hey, Arrow,
Yeah.
you see it, baby.
Yeah. It
You
is. It
see
is. It
it.
is. Shout out to T on that cut.
Yeah.
I'm not hating. So yeah, when I saw the change, I was actually surprised it was that he went with Edward and Zaha with Benteke. But again, I'm a big Benteke fan. By the way, I thought he played really well today. Benteke held the ball up brilliantly, linked up the play brilliantly, deserved the goal almost at the end of the game. But what I didn't like, the one thing I didn't like was having Zaha on the right, and I kept tweeting
Okay.
that to
Okay.
switch him to the
Okay.
left. I think he's better on the left. And as you saw when he
Hmm.
made that switch to the left, he was much more effective. He got his goal from the left hand side.
It's definitely his
Um,
preferred side for
I
sure.
believe so. I think he likes
Hmm.
to
Yeah.
cut in that side. Kiyate
Yeah.
playing again, no issue with that. He deserved it. He was brilliant last week. But again, I was frustrated because I felt like we needed a midfielder that could maybe break the lines with a pass, and it ended up being Maka with Zaha.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
on the bench, I don't know if it would have been, could have been Luca. I'm guessing, but I would have actually again a time where I know Hughes is still coming off a little bit of a back injury, so it would have been maybe him for a change. But honestly, I had no problem with the lineup. I like the change, and again, what I like about him, he rewards good play, but he tinkers a little bit, and he's not afraid to make changes for the betterment of the team. So I had no
Yep.
issue with that today.
Absolutely. I mean, it was, you know, it was after I heard that, Eze wasn't going to be involved, of course. Then you kind of shifted your focus to, okay, well, at least I did shift my focus to kind of, okay, so who are we going to be seeing out there fielded?
Right, right.
And I figured we would go with this one over compared to bringing IU into that front three and
You
putting
didn't think Elise
somebody
would play
on
then?
the
You think it
bench.
would be Elise?
I didn't think he was going to start Elise. I didn't
Okay,
think
okay,
as much
fair
as I
play.
want, as much as
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted him to, I didn't
understand.
think it was going to happen for two reasons. Number one, I think that I think he really likes what he gets out of Edward on the wing
I
and
agree with that. He,
the interchangeability of what he
yes,
has
with the
with him
three.
in the
Yeah,
flexibility.
yeah.
So I could definitely see him going with that over bringing Olise in. But then also the reality of it is I think he might have played IU there too, just because of the nature of who we're playing against and how they play.
Right,
So I mean, the thing was, I mean, I wanted them to start Elise in a lot of ways, just because I think he would have done really well against the back three as far as getting balls into the channel, kind of
right.
like we did. Like, and that's the perfect. And we talked about this last week against at the end
Yes,
of the show,
we
talking
did.
against Wolves,
Right.
and that's how Wilf got his goal.
Yep.
That playing the channel
Yep.
between the middle center back and that outside center back.
Right. So either Cody and Kilman or Cody and Saiz. Exactly right.
Yep,
Yep. Yep.
and credit to
Great
MacArthur
ball.
for playing that ball because
Great ball.
that
Great
ball
ball.
was and credit to Wilf for having good positioning
Right. To stay on
because
side.
to stay on side because when
Right.
you looked at it, that far side player held him on side, had
Right.
him on side.
Even though he
So
was called offside by the referee,
yeah,
VIR.
yeah,
I mean, this is a ref, which is
exactly.
interesting because he thought he was off. So that's yeah.
It's all
You're
about
right.
angles. It's all
It
about
is
angles.
absolutely. Yep.
Yep. So his
So
angle probably looked like he was offside, and to a lot of ours, it kind of did at first too. I mean, Wilf thought he was offside from the minute
I agree.
he
Yeah.
kicked the ball. He was kind of like this, like, oh man,
Right.
I think I was offside. So,
Right.
but the style in which we were playing, I thought would have suited him well because I know he can make those types of passes. But
Absolutely.
I was completely content with who we put out there. Um, the thing for me, I think we played really solid throughout the game. We controlled the game hands
Absolutely.
down
Absolutely.
without a question.
Right.
I think in that in that first half, we probably didn't get the amount of chances that we were wanting.
Right.
In a lot of situations, we had some decent ones, but I think that how we played was good, and I think it was a good precursor to what was to come in the second half because similar to what we just talked about what it's like with us when we go on breaks. I know every time that we go into a half, Vieira is working. He's
Right.
adjusting. He's making small micro adjustments, saying, "Hey, when he receives the ball here, rather than you pushing up too far, maybe sit in this pocket and create a hole. And then once he plays back to you, then he comes back into an open space that you would have pushed into.
Right.
Just make that micro adjustment of, hey, they've seen this movement, so let's do this one and throw them off a little bit." You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? So he's making those types of adjustments that can lead us into a second half that we had, where we had more attacking prowess, where we had more chances, better chances, and led to two goals. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think that's the great thing about what he does every single time we have a break and a chance.
Yeah. That first half, we only had that chance we would have was that Edward shot that Saw spilled
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Gallagher,
Mm-hmm.
got that foul on and almost scored. And then
Yep.
there was Then there was a chance by on a free kick. Edouard had like a back header that he
Yep, had
headed
that back header.
head
Yep.
over. Yeah. So, but you're right.
Hmm.
Second half though, Vieira made those changes that we needed to make, and we were much more. Again, I think the biggest change, honestly, for me, was the switching of Will from the right side to
Switching
left
with,
side.
yeah, and I
That
think
was
they did that. They
massive,
did that right before
and
half, didn't they? I
they
feel like
did.
he made that switch before half.
And the commentator happened to be, funny enough, Glenn Murray, former Palace striker, was the commentator,
Right.
analyst. He actually was saying that he had noticed that Vieira was telling Wolf to push up higher because Wolf was
Hmm.
going too deep. That he needed Wolf to push
Hmm.
up because he wanted Wolf to be
Right.
more involved. So again, that adjustment there was key.
And that small adjustment right there, because like they talked about it. They talked about the fact that they needed to have more opportunities for Wilf to go one-on-one with Ike Nori if he's going
Yes,
to be on that right
that's
side.
the one you wanted. That's the
And
one
he
you
was
wanted to
dropping
right.
in too far, because what was happening is Wolf drops in too far, then receives. Now he's got to deal with Ike Nori and
And
the wide
one
midfielder.
exactly. Yep.
So Vieira saying, "No, man, push up. We can get you the ball. We'll get you the ball,
Right.
but we want to
Just
get you the ball in a
in the
one-on-one situation."
where it can be dangerous. Exactly right.
So they were trying to definitely get his isolated situations with excuse me, I'm not with Ike Nori, with the was it would that have been
Tomato.
Saeed? Would have been some, no, it
Oh,
was
so
Saeed.
uh,
He was trying to get him one-on-one with the outside center back.
I think it might have been Kilman. 'Cause remember, he and
Was
Kilman were having a
Kilman?
problem.
Yeah.
Kilman actually, no, when they switched, it was Kilman. So it was definitely would have been Saeed's thing because it was Cody in the middle, Saeed's left, and Kilman right. So it was
Yep.
definitely first half it would have been versus Saeed, and when he switched over, it was definitely versus Kilman.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Allen. Let's not get carried away. We still have Norwich and Southampton and, oh my God, Leeds.
Yeah, good point.
On second thought, maybe we should get carried. Hey, you know what, Allen? Hey, let's keep it. Let's keep it to let's stay level, not too high, not too
Always.
low. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? But understand what we can do every single time we step onto that pitch.
Exactly.
Because, like I said last week, I think what Vieira has done for this squad, this club, this fan base, is that we have the faith and understanding that our squad can compete with anyone when we step onto the pitch.
Yep.
As long as we play the style that we work on, as long as we avoid those 24-karat mistakes,
Right. Which you
I think
haven't
that's been
seen.
a big, and I think that's been a big thing that's led to where we are right now with the 6 points on the bounce, is the fact that we have avoided those super costly mistakes.
Right. Yeah. You funny know about 6 points on the bounce. We complained about the draws, the constant draws, but it's amazing when you win 2 matches in a row. We went from 15th 2 weeks ago to ninth. It just leaps up the table. It really does. Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. We'll be
Yep.
top without silly mistakes. I don't know about
Yep.
being top, but we be in the top four.
Yeah,
So
we be up there, dude.
yeah,
Like,
boom,
really,
yeah.
like,
So yeah,
honestly.
I
I
agree.
mean,
Yeah, but again,
we
it's all part for me. Part of the process, man, and I
yeah,
trust it. It's all part of that process.
trust it.
Getting
Absolutely.
it. Going out and for it to come with no mistakes, you got nothing to work on. But he's seen that we need to work on, playing out the back,
Yep.
possessing the ball, creating chances, finishing chances. I remember the whole time he would say, how many times did Villa say early on in the season, we're creating chances, we're not scoring, we're creating chances, we're not scoring. And now all of a
Yep.
sudden now we're scoring and we're keeping clean sheets, which is a recipe for total, success
I think for
in
us, one of
football
the things that's nice to see is the fact that he's saying these things. He's citing these issues
that he sees.
candidly. He's
Yep.
candidly citing these issues,
Right.
but they are getting fixed. He's not just giving us lip service.
Right. And I
He's
trust
not
me.
just saying, oh, we need to be doing this and we need to be better here. We need to be better here. He's saying we need to be better here, and then he goes and works on it and we
T.
get better.
That is a great point. We have had so many managers. I'm not going to name them because I don't want
We
to
ain't
have
going,
their
yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're
right.
not gonna do that.
Who
We're
have
not gonna do that.
always at post match or pre match at the same nonsense every single week with nothing changing. And you're absolutely right. Vieira is honest. He's a man manager, and he absolutely will say,
Yep.
you know what, this is what we need to do. And the next month you look around, there you see the changes and you see improvement. And that's what we want as fan base. Well, I'm
Yep.
not saying that's what I want as a fan, is to see an honest manager.
And why would you
And
not? And why would you
exactly
not?
right.
And like there are times in the past at press conference, especially in pressers, whether it be post game or pre game, when I felt like Sometimes the media may ask pretty softball questions, which I guess is kind of par for the course because they're asking, they sometimes they ask the same questions over and over again. It's just the nature
Yeah,
of what they do. But when the tougher questions get asked, in the past, I felt like the answers would come,
but
but
they
there
weren't
would be
forthright.
no sense of, well, what are we doing? Like, what is
Exactly.
like you answered the question in a very roundabout way, and no
Right.
one's actually left
Circles.
with any
Exactly.
type of
With
satisfaction from what you've said. It's almost like like, you ever watch Floyd Mayweather get
absolutely.
interviewed?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They ask Floyd questions and he answers, and you still like,
Yeah. What do you say?
he even answered the
Nah, he's the king of that.
he's
He's
a
the king of that.
king.
He's the king.
But like, when they ask the era a question, he gives them a concise answer that they can take forward
And
and
honest.
understand
Yep.
what we're looking to do.
Yep.
Hey, how's Eberechi Eze doing?
Exactly.
What's
Not he.
going on with Eb?
Right. He needs 90 minutes.
I'm
Yep.
not going to be secretive. I'm not going to
Yep.
be facetious.
Yep.
I'm not going to be coy.
Right.
Ebbs
Just
needs to play 90 minutes, man. And
exactly.
when Ebbs
And then
plays
we'll
90
see him.
minutes,
Then you'll
then
see him.
I'll consider him.
Exactly. As
Point
opposed
blank.
to everybody,
Question
oh,
answered.
when's he playing? When's he going to be back? When's he back? He come back for the Burnley match. He come back for, late November,
Rather
early
than saying,
December.
oh, you know, Ebbs is working really hard, and
Exactly. The
we're
typical
really proud of
manager
his
speak.
progress.
Yeah,
We're really proud
exactly.
of his progress, and
Manager speak. Yeah,
we'll see how things go moving forward.
yeah, exactly.
Come on, bro. Like, why even answer the question? Why just say next question? You know what I mean? But like, he gives you the good stuff to go on. So one thing we do want to point out, and thank you to NTB Flats on this one. Yes, unbeaten at home, man. First 6 home games. Haven't done that since early 90s. The early 90s, man. Let's be real. Let's give flowers to this team and what they're doing right now. Let's really be appreciative of what we're getting to see out on the pitch, man.
Absolutely.
Um, we talking about a team that's now, how many games is that unbeaten? I want to say
Six
six.
matches. Yep. 11 matches, 15 points, ninth place. Um, just another stat. Veer is the first patch manager in the top flight to start the season now. 6 games undefeated at home. So that's 2 wins now and 4 draws. So
and,
talk
and
about
it's and, it,
Fortress Selhurst. It has become that again. It
and
really
it's
has.
absolutely poetic because of the fact that there were so many pundits
Yes.
and
Naysayers.
other
Mm,
club fans,
yes.
hell, our damn fans
Yes. Some
that
of our fan
said we
base.
would be in a relegation scrape by now
By
already.
now, yeah, exactly. We'd be down there with Norwich and Burnley and Newcastle. How they doing, by the way? Are they doing all right today?
I don't know, man. It's
Not sure.
lonely. It's lonely the higher you get up the ladder. So I can't even see
Shout
that
out to
far down.
Norwich. Norwich did win today. First win
Yeah,
against
hey,
Brentford. So give them that. Give them
and
credit for that.
like, let me not, and I've been, you know, I've seen people talking about like, oh, Brentford is shit and this. You
No, they're
gotta
not.
realize, dude, they lost their starting keeper for what was pretty much the rest of the season, bro. Like,
Thomas Frank did mention that, by the way, how big of a loss that was going to be for them.
and what you gotta understand is Raya's legit. That dude's legit. I don't want to talk about another team too much, but they had a really good guy that they're missing, so they're struggling right now, and
Right.
that's to be understood because if Liverpool loses Allison,
Right.
or if Man City loses Ederson, they gonna look a whole lot different out on the pitch.
Agree.
You know what I mean? But moving onward and forward, Patrick, you got some stats you want to throw at me real quick?
I'll throw some match stats from today if you'd
Okay,
like.
okay,
I gave you the
all
ones.
good.
I gave you the ones about being undefeated, but match
Yep.
stats very
Yeah, match
simple.
stats. That's cool.
Give me 1 second. I take too many notes during the game. I'm a nerd when it comes to that stuff. I gotta stop
Student
doing that.
of the game, man.
No, I'm a
Student
nerd.
of the game.
It's bad. Give me 1 second. Sorry, because today's match. Oh, there we go. So possession: Crystal Palace 59%, Wolves 41%.
Yep.
Shots on goal, total shots: Crystal Palace 13, Wolves 4. I'll say it again: 13 to 4.
13 to
Dominated.
4.
Chances created, Crystal Palace
Yep.
12, Wolves 2. Big
Hmm.
chances, Palace 4, Wolves nil. Accurate passes, this is a massive stat. Crystal Palace
Hmm.
445,
Okay.
Wolves 264, almost a little bit more than half of what we had. And finally, just corners, which is interesting. I thought we had more corners. 4 for Palace, 6 to Wolves. 6 Wolves corners, not a single goal. Talking about that
But
all
see,
year. Remember how bad
and yeah,
that's been?
we talked about needing the
The
improvement
improvement. It's
and like
come.
there wasn't and there wasn't a time during any of those six corners
There
where
was
I feel
any.
like we might concede something.
I agree. I agree.
And let's be honest, the reason why they got a lot of those corners was because we were defending so well in our own half. We ended up getting blocks, deflections, things like that, and it went across the goal line.
Exactly.
So I mean, once again, there was an obvious weakness or a shortcoming that we had, and we're seeing marked improvement moving forward. I think if nothing else right now, that's one of the things I'm the most pleased with is the fact that we have issues that we are defining and we're going out and we're improving on them.
100%.
You know what I
I
mean?
think the
Like that.
biggest one for me is, like you said, the I remember Vieira saying it. We're creating chances, we're not scoring. We're creating chances, we're not
Yeah.
from Brentford, and now we're creating chances and we're scoring. And again, it only in this league you can get one, but two.
Yeah.
This side forget two any match. Well, I shouldn't
Yeah.
say that. We've drawn 2-2 like 3 times this year, but 2 goals is good for us. And again, in the back, I got to
Hey,
give White to credit today.
but the thing is, statistics will probably show if you score two
In general,
goals,
yeah, you're gonna win.
it's going to be a lot of times when you're not losing. You're not
Ye-
going to lose.
Yes, exactly right. And so far this season we have not lost when we scored two. I
You
know
know,
that for a fact. I ain't gotta look that up. We know that we
and it
scored
was
two. We
crazy.
have not
Like
lost.
think about what we're talking about right now with just this subject, because we're talking about at first, PV talking about the fact that we're creating chances where we're not scoring.
Right.
Where in recent history, we're talking about we're not creating chances.
Exactly.
Now we're talking about the fact that every time we score two goals, we're not losing games.
Right.
In the past, we were saying, well, damn, we can't score two goals. Period. Like, can we
Exactly.
get a two goal? When was the last time? Like, I can remember pundits saying, "Oh, Palace hasn't scored two goals since this. Palace hasn't scored a goal in the first half since this." You know what I'm saying? Like, think about the stuff that we're talking about right now and the progression that we've come from.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's huge, man. But I want to take a second to shout out two really important contributors. First of all, my man Connor Crab, my man, thank you so much for the donation.
Thank you,
Um,
Connor. Appreciate
the
it.
449 pounds. All these fans who say we just draw, Vieira is no good. What excuses can they hide behind now? We are the real deal. Back in the nest, Europa tour. Connor, I couldn't agree with you more, big dog. I couldn't agree with you more because like I really feel like right now we got so many people in the footballing world just eating crow. Like they can't they probably don't even have words to speak about. Like what excuse can you use for us right now? I mean, they could have said before this game, oh well, they got lucky against Man City. It's tough to get lucky on the road against one of the top teams in the Premier League and shut them out.
Yep.
Oh well, they're going against Wolves. Wolves are in great form.
And
Yes,
they
they were.
were.
I mean,
And they
they
were.
they had 4 wins and 1 draw.
Yep.
Hey, you came in, no goals for you, nothing. Get out. Peace. Uh, got nothing for
Uh,
you. What? So yeah, what more can be said? And then I want to also shout out my man Joe Knight. Big up to Joe for the donation.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it,
449
man.
pounds.
Appreciate it.
We aren't here to take part no
Nope.
more.
No, no.
We are here
Here
to
to
play.
play.
I tell you right now, we are nobody's speed bump.
That's right.
We are nobody's easy game. I think from this point forward, there won't be a team in the Premier League that looks at the calendar and sees Crystal Palace and assumes that they're gonna come out with 3 points.
That's exactly right.
I don't think there's no assumptions made with the caliber of team, what we have, what we offer, how we play. So I want to get onto this topic real quick. We broached it a little bit in the beginning, man. And I was so excited, I almost let it go, but I wanted to hold on to it. But first of all, let's just talk about the fact. So, for those of you that don't know, and I don't think there's probably many people in our fan space that probably don't know, Eberechi Eze was not on the bench today for Wolves, and that was a strategic move. The reason for it is because earlier in the day, he played 90 minutes for the U23s in a 2-1 victory over Chelsea.
Chelsea. Yep.
Yo, big up to the academy, man.
Big
Like,
win. That's a big win.
what are we
Away,
talking? What are we doing
away
right
too.
now, man?
Yeah.
What are we doing right now? We're talking about our academy that has gotten up to promotion to the Premier League, the Premier League 2, the top division of academy football, and we out here getting dubs against Chelsea,
Away.
the
That
lone
one. That was
army
away.
away.
Yeah. That
What
was
are
away.
we doing with the academy? Come on, fellas. Look, but back on topic, Eze completed all 90 minutes of that competition. Now, unfortunately, none of us have gotten to see any footage of that match. I'm really
Right.
looking forward to that. Hopefully, we'll get a decent match highlights from that. But apparently, the team played very, very well. We did have a couple of guys go down with, I think, Rob Street and Teo Adaramola, but I think they aren't serious injuries, which is good to know. But Eze, he completed the 90. Patrick, how you feeling about that, man?
It's great. I mean, you said it before. Now we've got the international break. He won't be going away because so he'll
Yep.
have another 2 weeks,
Yep.
to get fit. Where does he fit in? So let me just address that question right now.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the game on, I guess, Monday. He played when we lost.
Monday.
We lost.
It was the Monday. It was the Monday before, yeah, before Man City.
Right. We played. Well, they
Oh
lost
no,
to,
Monday
oh
this week.
no, Monday they lost to
Monday this week.
Blackburn.
Yeah,
Right. And
yep.
I watched him.
Blackburn
He he
Rovers. Yep.
he played down the middle.
Yep.
He played all 90. He played down the middle, and as far as I'm concerned, he's not going to play out wide. He's going to play in the middle. So
Yep.
it becomes now a conundrum: who comes out?
Yeah.
It won't be Gallagher. It won't be Gallagher.
It can't be
So
Gallagher
right,
because
exactly. So
you lose too much. You
right,
lose too much. You lose too much attacking prowess. You lose too much energy. You lose too much ground dual capability. You lose
right,
too much passing savvy. You lose
right.
too much when he comes out.
So what I see is it. You start Gallagher and Maka because they're playing so well together, and like today, and what you've seen a lot this season. What have you always seen as a sub? Who comes on every single match now? Jeffrey Schlupp, right in the
Jeffrey
middle.
Schlupp. Jeffrey
It'll be
Schlupp.
it'll be Eze. It'll be Eze every single time, whether winning, losing, or drawing, to come in the midfield to do whatever, and at
Mhm.
some point he starts in
Yeah.
the middle.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. But right now, I
I
don't see
agree.
him going out wide. Remember, now you've added Edward to that. Remember, we never had Edward as an option when we thought about it before. It was
We
Zaha,
never.
Ayew,
He
right?
never. When he was brought in, he was never thought to be
Exactly.
that person. Like none of us figured that he would be out wide.
Right. So now
You know.
you've got Zaha, Ayew, Olise, Edward as options out wide. You've got
Yep.
Zaha, Edward, Benteke options up front.
Hmm.
You don't need Eze in that front three. You can drop him to the middle now, and then you have an option of an attacking player. Like I said today,
Hmm.
when I was watching the game, I was saying we just need a player who can break the lines and make a pass.
Hmm.
Maka did it, but Eze does it all the time. So my point is, if you play a game like this today and a halftime when we're 0-0, you throw Eze on there, and then all of
Yep.
a sudden you've got that. So to me, that's why he's going to
Absolutely.
play in the middle and as a sub for the first 3-4
And
matches
watching
until
him and watching him play in that first game, I think
right,
the thing I really wanted to focus on is what does his work rate look like? What does his defensive contribution look like?
right,
Because in the system we're playing, those two are going to be crucial to him having success, to
massive.
him actually playing.
His
We
pressing
know
ability,
what he can do
exactly.
with the ball. We know what he can do passing. We know what he
Right,
can do shooting and scoring and creating. But to play those positions in the middle, he's going to have to defend. You know what I mean? And he defended well, and I was happy to see that.
yeah.
He actually had a goal saving play where he had to get back
To make a
on the
tackle,
break and
right?
got back and made that
E-
tackle on that kid. And I'm
Exactly. Yeah,
like,
I remember that. Yeah.
that's what we need to see. You know what I'm saying? So I think he plays in the middle too. And I
Yeah.
think I think it's in PV, if we've seen anything from how he's bringing along Elise, I don't think it's going to be any rush to throw him into that
Absolutely
starting
right.
11.
Exactly. He's not
You
going to
know,
rush him. There's no and there's no need to, and there's no
because
need
the
to.
thing is, like, think about this. Like, we have so many people that are excited to see a front four of Edward, Elise,
Right.
Zaha,
And there's
you know,
a
to see and Eze. There's so many
yeah.
people that are just dying to see that,
Right.
but we have it. And but think about the fact that you can start two of them and bring two of them off the bench.
Never had that
What
option before.
what team is
Exactly.
going to not shit
Right.
down their pants to see
Exactly.
those two type of guys coming in, whether they're up one or it's tied, and it's like, yo,
Exactly.
center backs are tired. Like, you gonna see
Yeah.
teams trying to sub center backs or something because these dudes are going to just cause mayhem when they come off the bench.
I mean, stop for a second. What you just said. Imagine being Olise and Eze on with 20 minutes left in the match, whether it's a tie match or we're up a goal or whatever, and have them run at you for 15, 20 minutes. That's absolute madness.
Wait a
That's
minute, did you see
madness.
that? Did you see that run that Elise had on
I did.
the right?
I did.
He went through
Yeah.
three people and
Three
just
people.
glid through. I was like,
It was like that, like nothing.
I
It
was
was like
thinking to
nothing.
myself,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he has the Eze gene in him.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh,
No,
because
it's
because
gonna be
that's the type of stuff that Ebbs was doing last year.
something to look forward to, indeed. Yeah, no
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
No doubt.
So
No
we're
doubt.
gonna go to the chat and take some questions here from you all. So how sure are we of Edward? Very sure. I'm very sure.
I've got no problem with Edward. I mean, again, I like to see him play up top more and score, but he's comfortable out there, and he does listen. He does a really good job playing out wide. I mean, people say, "Oh, just have him up front." He's versatile, and I think eventually, we all know eventually he'll be our main striker. But he's getting used to the
Yeah,
league also, and I'd
yeah,
rather get used to the league playing than sit on the bench and coming on for 5 minutes at the end of a match. So no,
yeah.
I'm very sure of Edward. I really am. I liked him. I
And
thought
the
he
thing,
could have scored today too. So
the thing about him, man, is he's such a silky smooth footballer,
yeah, he's
dude.
got
Like,
great feet.
oh, there were so many times where he ducked in and he just plays off a beautiful ball back
Right.
heel or just he's so smooth with it, man. Like, it's just I mean, I love it. I love it, man. So looks here. So Wardy's having another the great season of his life. Vieira and his team is such a perfect fit. A hungry, young, skillful squad, man. Like, yeah, I'm so happy with Wardy right now, man. Like, he had that
Got me
one play
worried.
where
It got me
Wardy
worried
had that
though
one.
on that almost penalty
Hey,
kick. I was like, "What are you doing? You don't have to make that
yeah.
tackle because you have Kayate there to cover for you." But thank goodness it was on the
And then
line
in
and they
that
didn't
first
call it.
half, he
So
had a beautiful track back where he
he
slid
did.
and kicked the ball out. Oh, that
That
was
was brilliant.
clutch.
That was a really good. Yeah. No,
That
Wardy's. I mean,
was
I've
clutch.
I've criticized him for other things, but no, he's been. I got to give him full credit to Wardy. He won Player of the Month for October. Fully deserved it. So no, Wardy's had a good season. So, and by the way, he better have a good season. Guess who's coming back to train full time next week? Nathan
Nathan
Ferguson,
Ferguson.
another player. So yeah.
Hey man, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. So Shane asked,
Yes.
can we sustain?
Yes.
You
Yes.
heard it. You heard it.
We're not a one man. And listen, we're not a one man side. I
We're
love
not.
Gallagher, and he
We're
does
not.
bring energy, and I think other players feed off of him. But no, we can. I mean, I'm not sure if I want to see it now. I'd like to see a couple more matches. But if he was going to injured, I think we can sustain. He's integral to how we play. The press, going forward,
Mhm.
creating chances, finishing chances like today. But can we keep maintaining without him? Yes. Because like I said, I don't think there's any one play we can afford that we can, I'd be more concerned about losing one of the centre halves because I don't trust Tompkins or Kelly to come in. But as far as
Mhm.
in the middle, you've got Luca, you've got Hughes, we haven't seen yet. I mean, none of them are Gallagher. Don't get me wrong, and Gallagher's been terrific. But I think we can maintain it because we're not just one player away from getting injured, being a poor team.
Okay, okay. So, how sweet would Europe be?
Nah, I'm not. I'm not going there.
And
I'm not
Tommy,
going there.
and
Tommy,
most of us don't want
I
to go
love
there
you,
just
man.
because
I
we
love
don't
you,
want
man.
to
Yeah,
we
don't want
don't
to
want to
jinx it.
jinx it.
I don't
But
want
that's
to jinx
all I'm gonna say. It would be as sweet as about 3 root canals and 2 cavities, baby.
it.
Hey, it'd be real, real sweet. That's all I can
uh,
say.
listen,
Okay.
if we go to Europe, I'm going home. I'll be in Thornheath or in
Hey,
Beckenham at my brother's house, staying for about 2 months because I'm retired now.
somewhere.
Watching Palace, that'd be great. Conference League, Europa
Yes.
League, I'll take it. But I'm not ready to
Hey,
go there yet.
be
I'm
all over Europe. You're
yeah,
gonna be in Kazakhstan
exactly.
somewhere, cheering them on. I hear that, man.
somewhere exactly. But
I'm
right
taking a
now,
leave of absence from
I'm
my
good.
job. I have to travel.
Exactly.
All
European
right, let
tour.
me see, man. Oh, I had a question. Okay. So PP asks, who would you buy in January other than Connor?
Well, I don't think Khan will be available in January. Honestly, if I could, I would buy a young left back or an experienced left back just as cover because I am
Let's
concerned that
cover.
should Tyreek get injured, we
Uh-huh.
don't have anyone. If you notice,
And I think
Reese Hannon hasn't been playing for the 23s. I think he might be hurt because I haven't seen him or injured. I haven't seen him play.
they showed a picture of him in training the other day, or
Yeah,
he shared a picture like on his
but he
Instagram or
has.
one of
But he
the
must
two.
become. But he must have been injured because he hasn't been playing.
I'll
So and
tell
he's
you why he's not playing.
Tayo.
Teo,
Yeah, I know. And
it's
listen, if
him.
it's
That's the like. Take first of all, Teo's 17 and he's playing full
I
time
of 23s.
U23
I love
starter.
him, right? But I don't think he's ready for the first team. But yeah,
No, no, no,
that'd be
no,
my
no,
only
no,
thing.
no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
no.
That's
Strictly
the only
speaking,
thing I think
strictly
of.
to the Hannum
Right,
situation.
right.
But yeah, I think an experienced left back would
Would
be
be
good
nice. I
for
mean,
us just
again, I don't
because you
know.
want to have that cover.
You want to have
But
a you want to make right.
the thing I'm wondering is Schlupp the cover?
He seems to be jack of all trades right now. Remember, he's had him play out wide in the
He's already
middle,
played out wide. He's played
and
out in the
and
middle.
when we bought him originally, that's who we
He was a
bought him
left
as a
back.
left back, and we bought then we had bought
I
then we
mean
bought
when
Van
he
Aanholt
won
also. So
when he won the Premier League
Premier
with
League, he was
Leicester,
playing. Yeah, exactly.
he
Even
was
though he
with
came up
them.
as a striker, no, listen, if it's I could handle Schlupp back there. I totally forgot about him, but that's a great call, T. But that's the only thing I was thinking about. Maybe a left back because right back was set.
Because the reason why I'm okay with Schlupp is because you're talking about, like you said, experience.
Yeah, it's a great
We're not throwing
a young player out there.
Yeah, we're not throwing a young guy out. We're playing. We're throwing an experienced guy out there who's been in Europe. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I want to bring Nick on real quick here. Let's see. I don't know if he's in with us or not. Let's see. Nick, you there,
Nick
buddy?
who?
You
Nick who?
there, big dog?
Can you hear me all right, yeah?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Cool. No, I'm on the way home now, so it's dark, so you won't see me on the camera. What another good performance.
Man,
It was all
how
right.
good.
It was all right, Nick. What are you going excited about?
Look like Cobby.
Yeah.
Hey, so Nick, you being at the actual game and stuff, man, what was the atmosphere like? What was the feel of the game like? You know, because I mean, watching on TV, it felt like we controlled that like big time. I can't wait to hear what you got to talk about with that face right there, Pat. But you know, Nick, tell me about what the experience is like, what you saw in person compared to what we were seeing on the tube.
The first half was really frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Lying on the ground, injured for most of it.
Mm-hmm.
They went down really easily. And first off, it felt like games earlier in the season where we were playing really well right up to the final third, and then we just couldn't score. It's just that final ball, 2 or 4 times where the final ball just wasn't quite there, was it? But we knew if we carried on and put it on, it would come. Second half, back to playing towards the home stand in the second half, which is always good. And what we noticed going forward was how many ballers we've got. Edward showed little touches of skill that I never knew he had.
Mm-hmm.
He just skin players for fun. You got Gallagher all over the pitch. Duarte had a fantastic game again. A couple of wayward shots, a couple of wayward passes. But the way he screened that defence, my favourite bit of the game was right at the end, right down in the corner where I sit, reminiscent of a couple of seasons ago when we played West Ham and Benteke and I kept ball in that corner. I think it was the same game as the IE Wonder goal. Well, this time we had Ward doing it down there. Holding the ball at the corner flag at the time and completely taking the mickey out of the ball. But so the ball weren't all that. Once we scored, we knew they were going to open up, which gave us more trust. So, and he brought on attacking options again. All right,
Again.
Schlupp, you can say, is a bit
Yep.
defensive when he wants to be, but yeah, and I really agree with your comment. Eze coming on with 20 minutes to go. Can you imagine?
Man, they just shit down your leg like crazy. Like he's bad. He's horrible enough
I
to
know.
go against for 70 minutes, but to have a dude that is coming on fresh, young and fresh with those type of abilities, two of them like that. Oh my goodness, man, that's scary. That's the type of stuff. I mean, I don't want to make the comparison, but that's the type of stuff that these big six clubs have the luxury of being able to do. You can wear teams down. You can play just okay or just decent. And you can bring on some really talented guys in the last 20 minutes that can overwhelm players that are tired from other teams. So that's a luxury that we are coming into that we haven't had in I can't think of when. So but I appreciate you coming on, Nick, man. Before you go, man, who was your man in the match? Can you hear me? I think we may be losing him.
You there, Nick? Nah, I think he's gone.
Yeah, no problem, big dog. We'll holler at you if you get reception. Get back with us, okay?
Thanks, Nick.
So I just wanted to answer this question real quick. I'm gonna try to abbreviate this as much as I can. I get this question a lot, actually, especially
You know
on
what?
Twitter.
I'm one of the answer to this question too.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
So for all you all out there, I didn't grow up playing football or soccer here in America. I was a football and basketball player, high school, college, all of that. I got into football, the real game of football, when I was in grad school. I was a graduate assistant for the athletics department at a Division II school. So I had to do site management for every single sport, every single season. So during soccer season, I would do site management for boys and girls, or men's and women's soccer. And I would do like PA announcing, everything. I had to make sure teams had their travel arrangements, hotels. I was doing all of that. So so from that, I started actually watching the games naturally.
Right.
And I really got into it because as a basketball player, I noticed the movements and I recognized the game, and I guess it's the game recognized game. I love the dribbling. I love the way the giving goals and the post ups by the center, by the center mid. I mean, it's the center forwards and the physicality by the center backs. I love the game. I love watching it. I had no idea it was as physical as it was either. So that was the same year. That was right the year before the 14 World Cup.
Okay.
I think was it 14? Yeah, I think it was 14. And I just fell in love with the game. I became a Palace fan because originally because of FIFA. Believe it or not.
Wow.
So it started out because I would play with my buddies, and they were all we did a little league, and you had to play with an international team.
Right.
And I decided to play. I was like, I'm playing with a team from Africa.
Okay.
Putting on for Africa.
Right.
And there wasn't that many teams. It's like, bet I'm playing with this Cote d'Ivoire team. And that's the first time I played with Wolf Zaha on the game. I was like, who is this dude? He crazy fast.
Oh, wow.
He got all the handles. And I started looking up, researching him. He played for Crystal Palace. And I finally got to watch a Crystal Palace game at a friend of mine's house because he had NBCSN. I didn't have that.
Right.
So I got to watch Crystal Palace play. And I got to watch Wilt play. I'm like, yo, dude is real deal. I like him. What's up with this club that he plays for? So I just started doing my research and stuff. And I love the fact that it was like a family style club. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of turned off by the big box club type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I love the atmosphere. Like, when you're watching games, you hearing chants the whole time. Like, that's the thing that's so dope about soccer to me, about football to me, is the fact that they don't stop cheering. In American sports, you cheer because something good happens.
Oh, they tell you to on the screen.
Yeah, make some
noise.
You ain't got to do that in football.
They tell you to do it. Yeah.
You don't have to do it. And so I love that part. So, but I fell in love with Crystal Palace from there, man. And I got invested in it, man. And I think it's been now, it's like 7 years, man. So been riding the wave, and it was never about like when you're a true fan, it's never about how much you win or how much you lose. It's about how much you love the club. So and that's why I really dug this because a lot of the fans of these bigger clubs they jump around and I had one friend that's a Chelsea fan one week and then he's going from Man City the next week and it's like, nah, brother,
Yep.
that ain't how that ain't how it goes. So
Yep.
but yeah, that's my Crystal Palace story, man. Forever and
Interesting.
always. And now my goal is to find myself in South London, sitting in Selhurst Park watching the game. I want to go to Box Park, Croydon, and experience that too, man. Like I want it all. I want
That's
I want
great.
tasty jerk. I want everything. So y'all know I'm
Taste
telling
check.
I'm telling everybody when I come to
Sainsbury's.
South London, y'all fuck with your boy. I need it. I need all that love. I need all that South
Ah,
London love, man.
that's great, man.
But so I got a few fact or wax for you because I got a couple that I thought of, and I got a couple that got people from people, and I got one from that came from the chat actually. So we'll start with the one that came from the chat. Fact or whack? Brighton finishes higher than us in the table.
No, not now. I might have said that a couple weeks ago, but we're playing. Even though they're beating, I made that faith that they're beating Newcastle now 1-0. But no, I think Palace will finish above them. But I think they're both going to finish in the top 10. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Both in the top 10. Okay.
yep, both in the top 10. I believe
Okay.
that.
So
Unless Potter leaves for some strange reason, I don't know why he would leave. But if he doesn't, if he stays there, they'll be fine.
got you. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to one that we kind of talked about earlier, but I'm gonna revisit it. Fact
Okay.
or whack? Conor Gallagher leads us in goals. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Uh, Again, another one today. Was he at 4 now?
He's at
Was it 5?
4. So he's at
4.
4.
Wolf
Wilf
has
at
4.
4. Yep. Wilf's
I'm
got
still going
two
with
open play, two
yeah.
penalties.
I'm still going with I'm still gonna go with Benteke or Edward to be the leading goal scorer. But that just means that, Zaha and Gallagher get like 15 and they get 18 to 20. So I'm sticking with the strikers to get the most goals. But so I'm gonna say slightly whack, even though I'm gonna sound foolish at India when he has 20, but I'll be happy if he does.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So fact or whack? Eze not only is in the team in our next match, but sees the pitch in our next match. Fact or whack?
It's away to Burnley, right? Not home.
Yeah, so way to Burnley, I want to
Yeah,
say.
if it was home, I would say definitely fact. I don't think put him in a game an away match, first game coming up from Achilles. No, you know what? Fact. He'll play. He'll get on at some point in that game. I think.
Hmm. Look at
Yeah,
this. Hello from Thailand. Follow
Patrick
Crystal
Vieira.
Palace because of Patrick Vieira.
Love
Hey,
that. Welcome.
Noom, we appreciate it, man. Like the thing about it is everybody's got their reason for following. Everybody's got their reason for caring about the club. Hopefully, what you're experiencing with the club, not just with Patrick Vieira. Hopefully, you end up staying, man, for real, and really becoming a fan of the team. Fact or whack? At the moment, Kuyate is our best option at CDM.
Fact. Fact. The last two matches has been really really good.
Yeah.
I if he could just develop that a better pass going forward. He's good at hitting it sideways and backwards. He would be fantastic. No, but right now he's playing the role we wanted to play in against certain teams, like today the breakup play, whatever against Wolves, and mess around with Neves and who's the other one? Moutinho. It was brilliant today.
Yep.
No, he's our best. He's our best option right now. He's playing really well, and credit to him because a lot of people doubted Kiate, were bad mouthing him and saying things about him. But credit to Kiate, he's done really well, especially the last two matches. So yeah, fact,
Mm,
fact.
got you.
Yeah,
Okay. Got you. All right. Let me see. Where was that one? Okay. Fact or whack? By the end of this season, two of our academy players will have seen significant time in the first team. Not specifically any two, but two.
you mean that? So players who aren't currently in our thoughts
Yes.
now.
Yes. I guess
I'm
let's say significant time is in they make a good handful of appearances, maybe on the
Nah,
bench.
I'm gonna say whack, and I'll tell you why. I think that
Mm-hmm.
the best players in our academy are gonna go out and loan in January.
Mm-hmm.
That would be Raksaki and Street currently now. I'm going to name those two. Or maybe even O'Brien. I think of our academy players, I think they're going to send the three of them out on loan because they want to get them. And I would say no lower than League One. I think they can play in the championship right now, especially
Mm-hmm.
Raksaki. So I would have said that would have been a fact, but no, I think we're going to do the smart thing and send them out on loan first, and then
Mm-hmm.
next season, Raksaki gets play time.
Mm-hmm. I can
O'Brien,
see that.
I don't think Street ever will play with us. I don't know. I just don't think he's got this style of play, but you never know. But I would say that's a whack only because, like I said, I think we're going to go on loan instead.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I wanna just address young Mikey here.
All right, stop. Before you go,
Young Mikey.
don't address Mikey because Mikey's my nephew. Okay, Mikey, like me, was a former Palace ball boy. Grew up in South London.
Wait a minute, Mikey, you was a Palace ball boy? How
He was a
dare
ball
you?
boy. He was a ball boy for Palace. But for some strange reason, now he'll say it was because of
Oh,
Ian Wright. He became a Arsenal fan.
Mikey, you on some Judas stuff right here, man.
And
What's
then
going
all he does
on?
is make comments that
He's
negative against
trolling.
Palace.
He's
But yeah, he's a
trolling,
troll.
bro.
But
He's
I love him.
trolling.
But Michael, if you see him in the chat, guys, just ask him why he's not a real Palace fan when he should be.
Hey
Why he
man,
loves Arsenal so much.
Mikey, look, we
Sad.
understand you're a misguided soul.
I was sad.
You know what I'm saying?
I
You're a
apologize to all the
misguided
Palace
soul.
fans. I couldn't turn him around. But my son is a huge Palace fan, and my daughter. So that I did the best I could.
Yeah.
Did the best I
Now
could.
we talked about how good Kiyate is playing
I
and
like
what
that
he's doing
comment,
for us.
B Roy.
Yeah,
I
and
like that comment.
like I love the fact that what he does in protecting the back,
Yes.
the especially between the center backs. He does a great job working sideline to sideline, just destroying. And I think part of it is you just have to be okay with his shortcomings, because there were certain parts in the game where you're just like, oh my God, Kiyate was kind of like, hey, that's just not his game. Like I think he sailed one ball over the goal from the top of the box, and it's just like, damn, there's somebody else, it might be a different story. But you take the good with the bad. I think he had one header pass that just was not where it needed to be, and it ended up going for a goal kick. And I'm like,
exactly.
I'm just watching.
Yeah.
I didn't get mad. I was just kind of like, hey man, you gotta take the good with the mediocre with certain players. Like it's cool. Like what I'm saying. Like I can take that.
I gotta look up his stats, by the way. I'm gonna look up his stats real quick. Wow.
I
Let me
feel
just
like
see.
I feel like he passed the ball decently.
He
You
did.
know what I'm saying?
88% pass success rate, 46 accurate passes. He had a shot, but we know the shot went way over the bar. I mean, he's not. That's not his thing. Let's just see. I want to see the breakup of play.
I feel like he broke up play so freaking well, man.
He won
for
2
real.
aerial duels. He had 1 interception and 11 recoveries. So defensively, he was really well. He did well. He was fouled twice. I mean, he did well.
I mean, the
as a
thing about it
defensive
is
player.
all the stuff that you're saying is what you want from that position.
And a great stat. Didn't know Cheku Kiyate had the most tackles, 5 in the match.
I believe it.
That's all you need as DM. Perfect
I believe
CDM. Perfect CDM.
I believe
yeah.
it. I
Great.
believe it.
Good game by him.
And so it's funny because Jason asked what happened to Luca.
He's around.
Kuyate happened to Luca.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm
Right
saying?
now,
Like,
check who happened to.
yeah. Oh, whoa, Clement Kuko. I am from East Borneo.
Wow.
What is
Shout
up,
out
bro?
to you.
Thank you for
Yeah.
tuning in, man. Like that is huge. East Borneo, watching Palace. Hey, I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, shout out to Richard, man. Thank you so much, man. I would I'm thinking, I've been talking with my man Stan and my guys over at CPFC Toronto. It could be February for Burnley at home is what we've been talking about.
Nice.
It
nice.
could be, it could be. So I'm gonna try to do that. So yeah, I mean, the atmosphere and togetherness. I couldn't agree more, Graham. That's a huge reason to love a team like Crystal Palace, man. Like it's infectious, bro. Like that is the perfect term for it. It is infectious, man. So David asks, is Kuyate our best cover at center back?
For the style of play that we play, I would say yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
think
for what we have that's available, yeah.
Right. I think Tompkins can get there because I think Thompson's a really good passer of the ball. I'm just worried about him passing the ball, possessing the ball out the back the way that Guehi and Anderson do. But yeah, I think he probably, because they mentioned that today when Anderson got that late head injury. They're saying,
Yeah.
well, Klein would come on, go to right back, and then they
Yep.
would put push Kiyate back there, and then move whoever into the midfield. So yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
he'd be our best option, I think, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think without a doubt he is, just because I mean we saw it a little bit at the beginning of the season. Like he had a little bit of time there,
Right.
and it makes the most sense as far as how Patrick Vieira wants to
Wants to
play.
play. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and we've seen here tonight, I mean today in the game, like he was able to get 88% completed passes. You
And
know
the
what I'm saying?
most
Like,
tackles won. I mean,
yeah, I
that's
think
impressive.
the one area that he probably can't do the things that our current back two can do is playing the ball over the top. I mean,
Exactly, that long ball. He cannot do that. Yeah.
Yoakum Anderson had some passes. I was just like,
Just
oh,
want to say, go to Anderson. So I don't know. You don't. You get the program T. You ever get a chance to read them?
oh yeah, I usually read them online.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
the article in this month is on Anderson.
Yep.
And it's very interesting to learn of his upbringing. So if
Yep.
he went, grew up in Denmark, obviously,
Denmark. Yep.
went to play in Holland. Then he went on to play in Italy, played in France, and then in EPL. So he has learned
Yep.
obviously so many different styles. Like he said, he learned to play football, obviously, for playing in Denmark and Holland, but he learned to be a tough defender by being in Italy, and
Hmm.
he learned how to play a different style going to France, and then obviously in the EPL. So my point is, he's such a versatile. People made comments by him. I'm telling you right now, give that man another year in this league, he'll be captain next year.
Absolutely.
He'll be
I mean,
captain. I
yeah.
don't see a doubt in my mind. And you see him last week when he's pointing and talking. I told you what I noticed by him. Guehi is a silent leader, and I love him about it. But
Yep.
Anderson is a talking center half who points and cajoles. I love him as a player. And I think the more they play together, the better they're going to be. And that's
Yeah.
a great point, Jason.
They
Anthony and Guehi have
definitely have
improved defense
improved.
immensely.
And you know
They've,
what? Honestly, in John's comment here, I'm not
oh
surprised by his
yeah,
passing quality
that's
because
what he does.
I watched him at Swansea last year,
Exactly. Yep, that's what he
and
does. He's a
he was
great
like
passer, Guehi.
between him and Ben Cabango, he was the passer. Like some of the balls he was putting over the top to his strikers, to his wingers was amazing. Like I was like, yeah, get that dude in. So
Um, to your point
yeah,
today, Mark Guehi pass success rate 91%,
that's what you
Anderson
want.
88%,
That's what you
center
want.
backs. That's ridiculous.
That's
That's
what you want.
ridiculous. Exactly right.
So, but shout out to Don Smith, tuning in from Wasaga Beach, Canada. We got a lot
Oh,
of Canada fans, which is
nice.
awesome. Shout out to Shane in Ontario, Canada. Gosh, we had another one that was chiming in. Oh, my man Alexander Colazo from Miami. Vamos. What's up, man?
Vamos. Let's go.
So shout out to all the people that's tuning in. But we're headed we're at right about that 1 hour mark. So really quickly, Pat, before we get out of here, man, give me your man of the match and your expectations going into the next game, which is now after the international break.
So, I mean, we talk about this every single week. I try and deviate, and I picked Wolf last week, but it's got to be Conor Gallagher today. An absolute. I mean, it has to be. I'm glad you let me go first. You probably would have picked him too. I mean, I could have gone Kiyate. I thought he played really well. I thought
Hmm.
Benteke played well. But
Hmm.
again, man, Conor Gallagher, man, he just gets things done. The
Hmm.
work rate is ridiculous. Scored another goal today, all over the
Hmm.
pitch. Got to
Yep.
give it to him as far as man of the match today. But again, today there were a lot of guys that played really well. We just mentioned two in Anderson and Guehi, but I'm gonna give it to Conor again. As far as expectations go,
Hmm.
um, next match away to a team that plays
Because
thinks
we're away
big
at Burnley. We got
Burnley,
Villa at home after
two
that.
two big center halves. I think he'll go with the same lineup that he started with today. I
Yeah.
think Zaha and Edward with Benteke because you got the big lumps at center half for
Hmm.
Burnley with their long ball style. Um, we got to be careful with if it's gonna be Chris Wood up front because you know how he's dangerous.
Yeah.
But we can neutralize Chris Wood. I can see us winning that game. I'm gonna go 2-0 again for Palace away.
2-0.
Yeah, I think
2-0
2-0.
away.
Yeah, I don't want to go crazy, but I think we can. I mean, they're playing better. I mean, they won
Okay.
today, right? No, they got the draw against
They got the draw. They
against
got to draw
Chelsea.
against Chelsea. Yep.
Right
Yep.
now, they're sitting in 18th place. They got one win. Nah, let me see what the home form is like. They've won one, drawn two, and lost two. Yeah, I'm going with a 2-0 Palace win.
Gotcha. My man of the match will be Cheku Kuyate.
Yeah, great call. Great call.
And I think part of that is because of what he's done the last two games.
Two matches, yeah.
Two matches, yeah. Like come in from what he did against Man City, and then going even further, because I think after the Man City match, we were all saying, he did a great job breaking up play. He did
Right,
struggle passing the ball.
right.
He came back into this game,
And
did great breaking up play once again, and
passed the ball
passed the
well.
ball really well as well.
Yes.
So I definitely want to give him his flowers with his contribution and what he's doing and how he's stabilizing us at the back. I think having a guy like that at that CDM position and letting him drop in between both Gahey and Anderson gives our fullbacks more license. So I think he's bringing so much more to the team than we realize in a lot of situations there.
Just want to add that DR, myself, you can be on tomorrow too. We're doing the play ratings tomorrow.
Yeah,
You gonna be on
I'm
tomorrow?
definitely gonna try to. I'm definitely
All
gonna
right,
try
great.
to.
So
Yeah,
if you can
yeah.
tune in tomorrow, you'll get more in-depth analysis on man of the match, etc. But yeah, we're doing that tomorrow, so that should be interesting. So after another massive win for Palace today.
Absolutely. And then going into the next the break and then the next game against Burnley, I just want us to continue to build. I know, like I said,
Agree.
we talked about earlier. We know what these breaks leads to for us recently.
Right.
The fact that we're working on things and we keep building and we keep going and we keep adding things to our repertoire. We keep getting more comfortable with the system. I think that's the types of stuff that we got to continue to focus on and continue to hope that we see from the squad moving forward.
T,
But yeah,
I gotta do this. When's our, I don't want to sound arrogant, right? But when's our next loss coming? Listen to the next set of fixtures: Burnley away, Villa home, Leeds away, United away, Everton home, Southampton home, Watford away, Tottenham away, Norwich home, West Ham home, Brighton away. We might not lose a match until we play Liverpool
I mean,
January 23rd
and
at home.
it's not to say,
And that's not being arrogant. I'm
and
just
it's
saying.
not and think about it, that you have to take into context is we're not being arrogant, because we're not saying that, oh, nobody is we're gonna beat everybody.
Exactly right. I
We're
wasn't
just
saying
saying that we're not gonna lose.
Right. I mean, those are a lot of points on the board. We can get there. A lot. I'm not saying United are useless. I don't think the manager will still be there. But if we play where we're playing now, and we keep building and building. Eze's back, Ferguson's back, etc., etc. I'm talking about. I'll take one game match at a time. I'm not. People in the chat, don't kill me. I'm just saying, no. Those are a lot of. There were some points there where in the past I would say to myself, "Oh my gosh, where's the next point coming from?" Now I'm saying to myself, we might drop some points, of course, get some draws, but honestly, we are. I mean, this is a great stretch we're going through right now.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
extremely excited going forward.
100%, man. Yeah,
Despite
so
my
I think
nephew's negativity. I see you
Mikey
in the
just
chat, Mikey. I
Mikey
see it.
just trolling.
I
You know
see it.
what,
I see it.
Mikey? You know what,
I
Mikey?
see. I see you, Mikey.
You keep this up, man. I'm gonna ban you, bro. I'm gonna temporarily. I'm gonna
That'd
put
be
you on
great. Ban my
timeout, man.
nephew. We
I'm
should
gonna put you
ban
on
him.
time,
I
but that
love
way you
that.
can go back to your little Arsenal friends and be like, "Oh, I was in Crystal Palace's chat, and they ended up banning me." You know what I'm saying? Just so you
Exactly.
can,
Who are they
But
playing
yeah,
tomorrow? They're losing tomorrow, Arsenal. Who are they playing tomorrow? Watford.
so we're gonna
Come
lose
on,
tomorrow.
Watford. Come on, you horns.
But I think my
Take
prediction
that.
for Burnley, I'll give them 2-1. I'll go
Okay.
2-1 us, just because they're playing at home. Maybe they pull one back. But just real quick
Fair
before we
enough.
get out of here, I just want to shout out some of these people, man, and say thank you to you all. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you for the love. Happy you love the stream, and we try and do our best, man. Appreciate you all tuning in and enjoying the contest. Shout out to you, CJ. Shout out to my man David Rumble. Really
Thank you,
appreciate the
David.
love, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, Luke. We appreciate it. Cheers, Richard. Thank you, man, so much. Louis, we predicted that Ez will
Next
be back
match.
for
Yeah.
for Burnley. Question is,
Yep.
how much will he see the pitch?
Right. And welcome.
I think he'll get 10, 15 minutes. I would hope.
Yeah.
Man. So, but thank you to you all. But Mikey, hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank
All
you,
jokes
nephew. Appreciate
aside,
the
all
love,
jokes
man.
aside, thank you,
Thank
brother.
you, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
And real quick, where we finishing this season? Where you think we finishing? Rayan says, where we finishing this season?
I've said it. 7 to 10. So
7,
seven,
I
eight,
think
nine.
seven,
Yeah.
seven,
Yeah.
seven,
7 to 10.
7 to 10 is still my prediction.
Yeah.
But
7 to 10.
thank you all. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you all tuning in from all around the world, whether it be here in North America, of course, in England and Europe, to even our people out in Borneo.
Borneo.
What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What? Vietnam. Vietnam was in here tonight. You know what I'm
Crazy.
saying? Appreciate you
We
all.
appreciate it. Absolutely. Appreciate everybody tuning in.
Yeah, but
Smash that like button. Subscribe. Don't
hey,
forget that part too.
like, comment, subscribe,
There you go.
share.
Share.
We
Yeah.
appreciate it, man. We appreciate how y'all run up the numbers on YouTube and things. But we will be seeing you all very soon, and always and forever up the palace.
Eagles.
Eagle.